Daily Express. Joplin, Missouri is where they claim to be out of. They're actually out of New Jersey. I don't know if you know how far apart those are, like 1,500, 2,000 miles. That's a big damn difference. And they only do heavy haul. Dayni USA Transportation LLC. Chicago Liars. They're on my do not contact list. DART, aka DART Transit. Trust me, fuck them. They're not worth it. They claim to be out of Kansas City. They do rent-to-own or owner-operator only. So, rent-to-own, lease purchase, blah, blah, blah. They claim no trailer rental fee, $1 balloon payment at least completion, at the lease completion, or whatever the fuck that, yeah, it's at least completion. That's what it said. I thought I misspelled it. No, I wrote on here, that's how they have it spelled. $1 balloon payment at least completion. Whatever the fuck that means. They wrote it. They wrote that down. I didn't write that down. I wrote whatever the fuck that means. They claim no more than $550 a week truck payment. And they need you to have more than 1 year CDL experience required. Day and Ross, third-party recruiter. They are liars. Dayton Freight. They're on my do not contact list. DB Schenker. Fake company name Schenker. And U.S. Land Transport. So they've got multiple company names that they call themselves as. That's all the information I have on them. DBI. Diamondback, one word. Services, Inc. Well, what the fuck? Where's the S? It's DBI. Diamondback Services, Inc. Never called me back. Instead, these assholes sent clearinghouse requests to my email. If you don't know, and you've got your login.gov clearinghouse thing, and they give you those friggin' backup codes they expect you to save and don't ever fucking lose, every time you try to log into that fucking thing, they make you copy and paste those damn codes into their fucking website. Every time you look at the fucking thing or type www.fuckyou.gov into the website, massive fucking pain in the ass. So anyway, these assholes, instead of calling me, contacting me, talking to me, emailing me, texting me, writing me a fucking letter, or sending a singing telegram, these assholes are sending messages to Clearinghouse. They're sending me emails to my spam, which are going off and saying, hey, this company wants you to give consent to run your background. Why the fuck can't I just click approve for all? You know what I mean? I've got a clean fucking record. Why won't you let me click just and be done with it? Keep giving me all these fucking codes. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't even have to log into the fucking thing. But, as I've heard before, our government is a lot of things, but efficient is not one of them. Decker. No dogs. 3-day orientation. I've got etc. ... So, yeah, not worth it. Delta Carrier Group, Inc. Never called me back for many applications, and instead kept sending spam emails and had nothing that had nothing to do with any of my applications. They were just fucking just sending me random ass emails out of the blue for no reason. They're on my do not contact list. And again, every company that has do not contact kept doing it. Denver Cargo. Denver Cargo. As you would expect, these guys are out of, you guessed it, Chicago. Yeah. Denver Cargo is out of Chicago, Illinois. 99% of the time, if a trucking company has a name, even remotely related to a location in the title, that's no fucking where near where they're from. And that is ridiculous. So, they're on my do not contact list. Design Transport. They're out of Wichita, which is in Kansas. And they're also out of Tulsa. which is in Oklahoma. 2 different states, for those of you that don't own a map. They're liars. They're actually out of Dallas, Texas, which is another state. 3.5 day orientation. Jesus fucking Christ. Why don't you make it a week and a half? How fucking stupid do these people think you are that you need half a fucking week listening to their bullshit, watching their videos about jackasses backing up and running somebody over? Oh my fucking God. What children are they offering these jobs to? Or are they trying to just cover their own ass? Say, oh, well, we had him sitting in here for a fucking week watching all this shit that was making him want to kill himself. We don't know why he went nuts out on the road and killed everybody else. Just blows our fucking mind. If you're still interested in this company, Pet and Rider Friendly, whatever the fuck that means, 14 days out. This is literally all that they have posted in their Craigslist ad, which leaves thousands of unanswered questions. Never called me back, 2 exclamation points, 469-383-4942. They're on my do not contact list. Diamond Group Logistics, fake book ad. Never said in their ad that they're only looking for owner-operators. They're on my do not contact list. Dybor Transportation Inc. Never called me back. Dick Levy. Never called me back. DMN Transport. These fuckers just sent me an email today in my spam after being told do not contact list. Chicago Liars, which means they said they're in this town, they're in this town, they're posting ads in my town, and I'm no fucking where near Chicago, saying that the job's right here. There's no fucking trucking companies anywhere around here. So if you say that something's in my fucking town, I already know you're a liar. So, 55 cents per mile, no rental car to get the orientation, and again, they're on my do not contact list. DMT Services, Inc. Joplin. 2 years experience required. They have a Qualcomm for their ELD. Home weekly, they claim. Health insurance after 90 days. Does that mean I'm paying for it or you are? Oh, no information. Small pet policy. What the fuck does that even mean? Mice? Affordable rider program. What the fuck does that mean? 479-524-2351. Double J Transport LLC. 58 cents per mile. They claim to be out of Kansas City. Whichever. Kansas, Missouri, doesn't matter. For those of you that have an issue with that, if you can't figure that out, think of it like this. This is the town. This is the state line in between the town. It's the same town, just depending which side of the town you're talking about is which state you're in. It's not like Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and they're down here. This one's over here by St. Louis or some shit, you know what I mean? It's not like that. Just think, if you can't figure out which one is which, there's a fucking state line going in between it. Like Texarkana, Texas, Texarkana, Arkansas. As the name suggests, state fucking line. So, same town, just state line decides which part you're going to. For those of you that may be concerned about that, have issues trying to figure that out. Night driving only. 100% drop and hook. Cannot bring pets to the 2 separate orientations. The fuck? We were just talking about the other company thinking how stupid you are. You need to do 2? Fuck! All told, it's 2 weeks of orientations. 2 fucking weeks. Dawn Hummer Trucking. A lot of times you'll see the trucks driving by, it just says Hummer. It's Dawn Hummer, not Hummer. Pick a fucking name, dude. Never called me back. I got like 3 exclamation points on there. DOT Transportation Inc. AKA DTI, aka Dot Foods, or is it Dot Transportation? Is it DOT? I don't fucking know. They have these dark blue trucks out there with a white Nazi circle with black DOT on it. So, can't miss it. I wonder if they did that trying to trick DOT, the actual DOT, by putting DOT in their name. I wonder if that was their whole reason for doing that, or if that fucking stands for something. I would assume if it stood for something, it'd be D period 0 period T period. But no, it's dot. So is it just dot, and that big white circle is supposed to just mean dot? That's probably even dumber than anything else. Anyway, they claim to be out of Kansas City. Hazmat and tanker, even though they mostly have reefers, from what I have seen. They expect you to have your hazmat and tanker endorsements from the 99 or more % of the trucks that I have seen going by were fucking reefers. Where is this hazmat and tanker coming from? Home Weekly, they claim, OTR, 6 months OTR experience required, 877-896-1692. They will not talk to you unless you fill out an application first, but they have no problem spam emailing the shit out of you. They're on my do not contact list. I have never worked for this company directly, but I have hauled their loads, and they are some condescending assholes when you talk to those fuckers at their dispatch. Doug Bradley Trucking. Must live within 100 miles of Saline, Kansas. That's all I've got written down. Driveline Retail Merchandising, aka Try-On Works, because those two obviously go together. And Try-On Solutions. I never applied with them. They do part-time, they're local, 100% trailer unload, dollar store account, work within 25 miles of your home, $10 an hour, $4 an hour for training / orientation. Set your own schedule. Work must be completed during store hours. During the onboarding process, they sent me an email to create an account where they told me that my name and social security number did not match. Clearly, your shit's wrong then, because, I don't know my fucking name and social security number. And they refused to let me create an account. Because of this, I told them to put me on their do not contact list for wasting my time and playing games. Then the dumb bastards called me immediately after being told to never contact me again, naturally, as you do, and told me that I had to call somebody else in order to never be contacted again. Yeah, that's not how it fucking works. I tell you, you work for the company, you tell whoever the fuck you need to, you don't pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, I need to call somebody else. No. I tell you don't fucking call me, you don't fucking call me. You don't fucking pick up the phone and call me to tell somebody else not to call me. I told you. Fuck. Somebody needs a 5-week orientation. Jesus Christ. Immediately after that phone call ended, the dumb bastard sent me another unwanted email where the bitch told me yet again to contact somebody else. Were you not paying attention to the phone call that we just had? Why the fuck are you now sending me an email saying the same shit after I told you to stop contacting me? Where are they finding these fucking people to be their headhunters? I heard one recruiter refer to herself as that, a headhunter, where they go out and they find people. They recruit people. So I guess recruiters don't call themselves recruiters. They call themselves headhunters. Or maybe she's been in the biz so fucking long, that's what they used to call themselves. I don't know. But anyway, headhunters, what the fuck? How fucking stupid do you have to be? I told you to fuck off and you won't fuck off. Try-On Works, or what is it? Driveline Retail Merchandising, and Try-On Solutions. So, if you ever want to work for a company you never applied to, There you go. If you want to work for jackasses. Or if you're somebody who, I don't know, there's got to be somebody out there watching this kind of shit and going, you know what, that company needs to be fixed. Well, it just so happens I'm the facilitator, and I've got all these degrees and doctorates and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what I do. I go into companies and I fix what's fucking wrong with them. Here's your list, boy. Shit. So if there's anybody out there looking for a fucking challenge, I'd start there. Wow. Drivers First, or 1ST. Is that one street? I don't know. Joplin never called me back. 4 exclamation points. RM, so they robo-messaged the shit out of me. 612-315-6769. They're on my do not contact list. After being put on my do not contact list, they called me from 572-225-1579. Dry Vortex. One word. Whatever the fuck that means. They're out of Iowa, and they're on my do not contact list. DSI. Distribution Solutions, Inc. They're out of Tulsa. Pet and Rider Options. Whatever the fuck that means. Freightliners, fully equipped. So I'm assuming that means fridge, inverter, APU, microwave. And is it one of those fucking massaging beds you put the quarters in and it jiggles? I don't know what, you know, their definition of fully equipped might be different from this guy's and that guy's and those guys, you know, so take that for what it's worth. 100% no trutch, mostly drop and hook. So their definition, oh my God, their definition of mostly is 51%. Which, by definition, because it's more than 50, is the majority, so it's mostly. So, I would expect 50-50 drop and hook on that. But again, interesting, Blue Cross and Blue Shield insurance. That's all it says. It doesn't say it's included, doesn't say if you pay for it. But that is a rarity that a company offers the top of the line insurance. DSK Logistics Inc., Des Moines, Iowa. Yes, that's how I say it. When you read that shit on a map, tell me it says Des Moines. You guys need to take out a bunch of fucking vowels, okay? Give them back to Alex Trebek and say, we don't need these. If you want me to call it Des Moines, you need to spell it Des Moines. Don't say Des Moines. You put X's and J's and Z's in there, I'm gonna fucking call it whatever I want. 50 cent per mile. OTR. Box truck. 21 days out. Doesn't say what your home time is. 12 months experience required. Direct deposit 847-278-0668. What this company did is they cut out the firewall that separates the back of the cab and the front of the box. They put in a little partition wall, and now you're sleeping in the box. So it's a day cab truck. They cut out the firewall, ran some duct tape around the thing. It's not a sleeper truck with a box on the back. It's not an expedited semi. This is a fucking day cab box truck, and you sleep in the box. So, God forbid you're hauling something that starts leaking. Where's that liquid gonna go? Probably right up your fucking shorts, because I'm assuming the bed is on the ground. Just saying. Might want to look into that one. I'm not even sure about the legality of it either. You know what I mean? So you may want to do your due diligence on that. Check with the FMCSA handbook and whoever the fuck else. Find out if that's even legal. Because I think there was a conversation I had when I was driving a box truck. I had a conversation with DOT. Something about that. So I'm not sure that you can sleep in the box of the truck. I'm not sure that's copacetic with them. So you may want to look into that one. 68 mile per hour cruise, 72 mile per hour on the pedal. Then all of a sudden, after talking to this guy for several days, now all of a sudden I can't get a hold of this guy. A week later, he sends me a text that says the actual pay is 45 cents per mile, and now there's an escrow. An escrow to drive his truck, $200 taken out over 10 weeks, which escrows are a huge red flag. That means that this company is such shit, they have to get you to pay them so that you don't abandon their piece of shit truck. I'm seeing red flags right out of the gate before the escrow. I asked the questions. Okay? So if people are bailing on this truck, that's because they were driving the truck. They didn't ask these questions with the fucking recruiter beforehand. They went out there, got in the truck, and they were like, fuck, now I'm screwed. I'm stuck in this damn thing. Well, I can use the truck. I can drive home and then just abandon the truck. And now I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's what these guys are doing. So if a company's having to charge an escrow, that's because they're not upfront about this shit, which is why, having dealt with all this kind of shit before, I've got this red flag list of questions that I ask, which is a mile fucking long, and it's underneath this list. So anytime I'm talking to a company, I'm scrolling down and I'm asking every one of those questions. So I got the details about this truck and found out that he cut the fucking firewall out. And I guess he just decided to stop texting me because it's pretty damn obvious if somebody's asking those questions beforehand, this guy's not going to want to drive this truck. So he's hoping to sucker somebody into that seat and fuck them. So again, do your fucking due diligence and ask the questions. They claim 3,500 miles per week average, depending. DSL Express, they claim to be out of Joplin. That's all I've got for them. E-7 Logistics, Charleston, Kansas City. What the fuck is Charleston, Kansas City? Are you out of Charleston or are you out of Kansas City? Their answer is yes, probably. So that's probably what they've got written. That's all the information I have on here. So, yeah, I've got questions right out of the gate. But again, I submitted the information for them to contact me. They never contacted me, so I got nothing else. Eagles Enterprises, Joplin. Never called me back for years. When they finally did, out of the fucking blue, someone named Zach at 330-397-9067 ghosted me after I asked him what part of Joplin they were in. Talk about a red fucking flag. The last message I sent was letting them know that if they were going to be those kind of dicks, put me on the do not contact list. Eagle Way Transportation. They're out of United States. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to drive a ways. Apparently, I'm already at work. Twick and Hazmat. Flatbed pays 27% of the load. Easy and Quick Trans. I never applied with these fuckers. They're out of Chicago. 224-585-0618. It's a 1099 position, $1,400 a week. 2 years experience required, 21 days out for 3 days home. Anytime I do that, I put the 3 home afterward, that means they actually said. So a lot of these people don't say. $2,500 escrow taken out at $210 per week. He sends you an email telling you to fill out an application, then sends you an email after you submit the application. Save the video, exceeded the... Okay. Alright, where were we? Edidans Trucking LLC. Sedalia, Missouri is where he claims to be out of. Fake book posted by Edward, either Izoida or L Zoida. I hate when... If you're gonna put a damn capital L on there, don't make it just a slash. Put that little tail on the damn thing. If it's an I, put a tail and a tail. You know what I mean? Just... Is it an I or an L? Or is it that fucking one thing that's in the middle of the keyboard, just above the enter button? I don't know what the fuck that thing is. It was posted by this guy in Russian that was automatically translated by Fakebook. It says you're going to be driving a Kenworthless truck, reefer, company, or RTO. Still waiting for a response back on Fakebook Messenger. And I don't even remember applying. That means that shit happened years ago. Still ain't got a response back from that guy. E-Fits or E-Fights. I don't fucking know. Capital E, capital F. Joplin, and they also claim to be out of Kansas City. So which is it? Don't know, because that's all I've got listed. Elite Express, they claim to be out of St. Louis. Hazmat required within 90 days, which means you don't have to have it at the start. Which means work for them for 90 days. If you don't have it and you don't want to get it, quit. And I don't blame you for not wanting to get it, because when they take it away after 5 years, and they don't tell you this shit, when they take it away after 5 years, even if you have a permit, just your CDL permit, when they take it away, it fucks over your license. It fucks the whole goddamn thing up. You have to go and get it redone. Hazmat ain't fucking worth it. So, I never even used it. I had it for 4 years and they took it away. 1 year on my permit. Now what fucking good is that 1 year having it on the permit if nobody hires me until I get my CDL? If my CDP has it on there for a year, what fucking good is having the hazmat? Makes no goddamn sense. If I'm not actually driving, then that ticker of, oh, here's 5 years ticking by, time's up, that should not start until I actually start driving. You give me a fucking permit and nobody gives me a job, that clock should not be running. No, we're just gonna take more money. Make them redo it afterward, huh? Well, fuck you. I didn't do it because it fucked up my license and I'm not stupid. So, lesson fucking learned. Don't get hazmat. They need to get rid of the whole fucking idea of hazmat. If your fucking truck blows up because you fucking parked too close to the train tracks when the train went by and you had fucking 1.4 explosives on board or whatever, fucking whatever. Who gives a shit? Take out the train, take out the chunk of the fucking road. They needed to rebuild them both anyway. Fuck them both. EMCO. EMKO. It's not ... So it's just EMCO. It's a word. It's not letters. Chicago, and you can't take your truck home for home time. They want you to park it there and then drive the fucking 1,500 miles, whatever it is, back to your house, wherever you live. EMR Express Inc., aka EMR. Chicago liars. That means they're posting jobs elsewhere, but they're actually out of Chicago. Hung up on me during the phone call. Do not contact list. Enlightened Truckers of America, LLC. Well, that don't sound fake as fuck. Kansas is where they claim to be out of. Home Weekly, they claim. 4 months experience required. RTO. $1,500 a week maximum. That is the maximum amount. Is that the amount that I'm making, or is that the payment for the truck? I didn't write that down. I think that's how much you're paying for the truck per week. $1,500, no more. So, 3-year term, which is quick, for the truck and the trailer. Walk-away lease, no balloon payment. They are liars. None of what their advertisement said was true. They expect $1,500 a week minimum for 5 years, not 3. Pets and Riders, okay, they claim. Drive-in, flexible ELD. These liars are in Chicago. They don't provide a rental car, and they don't provide reimbursement for travel to orientation. If this sounds like a sweet deal for you, 630-239-1516 is their phone number, and they're on my do not contact list. EOS Trucking. Never called me back for years. They're on my do not contact list. E-Quality or E-minus quality. E-minus, E-equal, I don't know. You would think it would be E equals quality. That's what I would have done, but to each his own, I guess. E-minus Quality Transfer Inc., aka Minstar Transport, whatever the fuck that means. Tulsa Liars. Said they were in Tulsa, but they're not, so they're posting this shit all over the fucking place. They are out of Minnesota. Oklahoma? Minnesota. Way the fuck away from each other. So, 600-700 mile difference, roughly, I'm guessing. They do RTO, 18 months required, loaded and empty miles paid, Pets and Riders okay, no fee, walk-away lease, outward-facing dash camera, $1,200 maximum weekly payment, So I'm assuming, again, that means payment for the truck. $1,200 maximum. What's interesting, the Intella app and company cannot be located in the Driver Pulse app. Probably because their real name isn't eQuality. 55 cents per mile, $10.99 until $6,000 escrow is paid off, which takes 4 months. Goes to final payment of the truck. So that $6,000 escrow goes to the final payment. Estimated $1,800 in your pocket every week. Estimated. Pets and riders okay. No APU in the truck. 763-346-2800. Guy stalled me out for more than a week. Then just all of a sudden just stopped messaging me back. They're on my do not contact list. Then started messaging me from 612-961-9560 after being put on my do not contact list. Naturally. Epiphany Recruiting. I never applied with them. Time-wasting liars. Exhale Logistics, Inc. Claim to be out of Kansas City. That's all I have for them. Exile TR. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. AKA Anfield Trucking. They claim to be out of Joplin. Never called me back. 3 exclamation points. No. 4. I think it's 3. I don't know. Whatever. Extra Mile Trucking, aka Extra Mile International. Wichita liars are actually out of Chicago. RTO with no escrow. Sounds too good to be true. 737-205. Damn fucking screen turned off. 3264. They're on my do not contact list. Extra Transportation Inc. They refuse to answer questions. Falcon Transportation, Joplin. ZipRecruiter one-click application was 2 pages, 2 clicks. They're out of Maine. Are you out of Joplin or are you out of Maine? Because one's Missouri and one's Maine. And I don't know if you know how to spell, but it sounds to me like you're actually out of Missouri if you don't know how to spell. 5-year lease to purchase term. No pets allowed. They're on my do not contact list. Fast Plus, one word, even though that's clearly 2. Fast Plus Cargo, one word. Fast Plus, I never applied with them. Owner operators only, they're on my do not contact list. Fast Shadow LLC, I got nothing. FFE, Transportation Services, aka Frozen Food Express. Never called me back, 4 exclamation points. Finally called one day. Partnered with KLLM, who is already on my do not contact list. She called me to inform me that KLLM was going to get a hold of me. Even though they're on my fucking do not contact list. You dumb shits. Frozen Food Express, if you're looking to just get dicked around, by all means, apply. Final Target LLC, Tulsa. 60 cent per mile dry van, 70 cent per mile flatbed, 2 years OTR required, fast hiring process, they claim, 3,000 miles per week minimum, RTO is available, 563-559-7193. They never called me back and they're on my do not contact list. First Fleet, 2 words, but nope. Name of the company, 1 word. First Fleet, 1 word. These assholes are apparently so repetitive at their lies and con artistry, they have to hide the name of their company when they do a Craigslist post. They claim to do Blue Shield Blue Cross insurance, 50 cent per mile. They posted this particular job opportunity in Wichita, Kansas, but when you actually search their website for job opportunities, they don't even have anything in the entire state of Kansas. Sounds like bullshit, First Fleet. If you'd like the idea of working for such liars, 719-248-2642. First Platinum Freight. 3 words. See again at 1ST Platinum Freight. So they call themselves two different names, depending on how they feel like fucking you around on that day. Fleet Sync, one word, actually two, but one. Fleet Sync, one. Solutions. Third party moron recruiters. They're on my do not contact list. Foster Brothers Wood Products. They're out of Harrisonville, Missouri. That's all I've got for them. 4 Mount Cargo. Chicago, and not fucking worth it. 4 Ways Cargo. Lying ass motherfuckers. Don't even bother. Frierksen. I'm just gonna put the name up on the screen. You fucking try to say it. Trucking. They're claimed to be out of Kansas City. They also claim to be out of Joplin. Are you 2 different states on that? Kansas City, Kansas, and Joplin, Missouri? Or are you Missouri side? Oh, well, doesn't matter because they're out of Minnesota. Liars. Flatbed only. 69 cents per mile. Company drivers and RTO. 18 months experience required. 507-633-6376 if you're interested. Freestyle Trucking Inc. Never called me back. Freightek. 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 Or Freightek. Don't know how the fuck they want it to be said. There should be 2 T's in there. I'm pretty damn sure because freight and tech are 2 different words, but when you get rid of one of the T's and you get rid of the space, what the fuck? Olathe, which is Kansas. Chicago is where they're actually from, which is Illinois, and they're retarded. They're on my do not contact list. That's all that matters. FreightX. So Freight EX, capital E. One word. FreightX. Freight services. Let me say that again. FreightX. Freight services. What, no freight after services? Kansas City is where they claim to be out of. Never called me back. Thank God. Freight X with an X. This time, not EX, just X. Freight X. Freight X LLC. Never called me back. Thank God. Freight Logistics Inc., aka Freight Logistics. They claim to be out of Joplin. They're actually out of Wichita? 2 different states. They're on my do not contact list. Freight One, O-N-E, not the number. Enterprises LLC, never called me back. Freight Solutions, third-party recruiter. Fremont Contract Carriers. They're assholes, fuck 'em. Fremont Transportation Inc. Wichita liars, they're actually out of Chicago. They require 1 year recent experience. What the fuck does that even mean? 21 days out, no mention of home time, 75 mile per hour governed speed, this is a quote, 700 plus miles per day. Direct quote. Fuck. RTO, they want about $2,000 per week for the truck payment, which is 4 times what it actually costs for a truck. If you didn't know that, if you went to a fucking truck place and actually got your own truck, it would cost you $500 a week to fucking get a truck from a dealership. So they want 4 times that amount. So they're pocketing 3 times, they're taking 75% of everything that you're doing into their own fucking pockets. So if you want to be the one that's personally responsible for feeding the entire fucking company, this company sounds good to you. Pet and Rider Policy, aka Fremont Trucking Company. So they've got multiple names, 708-393-1946 and 708-876-9114 and 630-566-0584. They're on my do not contact list and they wouldn't fucking stop calling me. Why do you think I have so many phone numbers? Frey Miller, one word. 50 cents per mile. Shitty lease program. They have Packer engines. 65 mile per hour governed speed.